about in the slides. So basically the slides can be read. You all have a copy of the slides?
Yes, Prof.
You got it from your senior? Or because you, okay, all right. So
Yes.
we can go on a little bit more. I think by another 10 minutes, and then we can have a break for the day. All right? Okay? It's going to be, what do you call that, not only the first gear, it will be the fastest gear that is possible. All right, let me see. We need to share again. Okay, secondary players is the contractor's job. Okay, interpret the plan and specification, and then make sure that they prepare cost estimate and time schedule to meet the requirement of the owner. That is the job of the contractor. Determine and implement the best construction practice, means and methods to satisfy the owner requirement for time, cost, and quality. So any construction activities is being defined and controlled based on the time, cost, and the quality of the work. Oversees that manage all the construction operation into a single, safe, and coordinated effort. Okay. So secondary players is the outside parties' influence on the construction process and outcome, such as the subcontractors. They are actually helping the main contractors, material suppliers, equipment vendors, and then the second level of the influence of the second player is the insurance company. If anything happen, if there's a fire on during the construction, is there a collapse? Is there kind of a misbehave certain things? So the construction, they are covered or not. Utility companies, you know, whether there's electricity for you to do that, water supply, building code officials, the DOSH, labor union, and also manufacturers. Okay. The third level of secondary player is the court and attorney, a local and state level government, trade associations, banker, educations, and trainings. So these are all the players. So you can see many parties involved in ensuring that the construction is a success project or not. So the influence of this level, the first player is the the main player is the main contractors as well as the owner project. And then you have the primary players, the second level, there's the architect, engineers, and contractors. And then it's been supported by the subcontractors in second players and suppliers, vendors. And then you have the second players, a second level, that is the building inspector to make sure that the quality of your construction, the quality, the site supervisor is not only looking at the progress of the construction, and also the safety officers is not only looking at whether, you know, they are doing according to the safe and healthy conditions, but they also need to supervise in terms of the quality of the work. And then the third level is the government, financial institutions, because the financial institution, when they want to release certain amount that the developer is owing the banks and so on, they need to see about the progress of the project. Then they release the budget based on progress reports. Okay. Project values, factors that need to be managed and controlled as a construction project in order to produce a successful outcome of the owner and all parties involved. Refer this factor as 6 dial of a project value. This different 6 dial depending on the cost, time, quality, safety, So safety cannot run away. You are involved in these matters from this day one until completions. And then the scope of work also covered by the safety functions of the host people in the workplace is also considered by the safety officers. So project risk can be the site conditions, weather conditions, project funding, subcontractors failure, job site safety, material deliveries, as one of the mentioned by Sir Nazlimin, quality of the work. All right. So you can see where responsible party involved is the contractors, the owner, and also the designer. Designer only one part, quality of the work. Owner is supposed to be looking at the quality, but they are more concerned about the delay of the work and also the funding. But the contractor, see how big is the risk taken by the contractor in order to make sure that all the work is being being delivered accordingly. Project stages, design, and then you bid for the contract award, and then notice to proceed. So this is the design and bidding stages, because there are a lot of architects. So why the owner need to sit all this contract into a bidding process, because they need to pick the best from the designers. Okay, unless you have a particular favorite designers that you want them to do it. So you have a pre-construction, procurement, construction, and post-construction. And each of these progress or phases of construction will assign you project team, due diligence, value of engineering, and also permitting in the pre-construction. Procurement, project buyout, subcontract, and also purchase order. So actually this is very much to do with how to make sure that you get the right things at the right time and the right people to work on it. Construction, mobilization, staging, construction, staging, layout, and operation. Okay, this is the part of construction. And post-construction involve project close out, owner move in, warranty. So normally project is having a warranty of 1 year or 2 years. But sometimes after the warranty period, you can start looking at the crack because of the earth settlement. Or maybe the earth, they don't wait until it's properly settled, then only they build. But they start building it because they want to complete in the short time period without looking at the quality or conditions of the site. Okay, project evaluation. So these are the project stages. If you want to talk about it from the A to Z, you have to sit for one, course that is about project management for constructions. All right. The life cycle of a building, similar to the one that I mentioned to you, that you have the design and approval, the construction part. Design and approval is where you, the owner and the designer. And then once it's being approved with a certain budget, then you call in the contractors to construct the building. Then the building is having a different kind of situation, safety and security or health environment that you need to look at. So once the construction is complete, then commissioning, meaning you give the owner or the people to use the building. Once they use the building, there's a different type of safety and health condition as well. But during the warranty period, 1 or 2 years, or during occupation, there probably some kind of accidental coverage that you need to take, insurance and things like that. So if there is no incidents or accidents, then you can still keep on using the same building, or sometimes you start to improve, doing some renovation, alterations, and also maintenance, because nothing is not changing. Everything is changing to the better or to the bad. So you need to maintain the building. So if you have finished this life cycle, if let's say there's an incident, fire or explosion or whatever, the building destroyed, then you go start again to the design and approval stage, and then start constructing again on the same site if the building is total damage. So this is where it involves building life cycle, constructional stage. Do you still remember this in fire safety class?
Yes.
Okay. So you can still refer to the same notes, okay, to understand about this building life cycle. Design, construct, commissioning. And then if there's a fire incident, accidental stage, then you need to get some recovery stage or coverage by the insurance. If you can still renovate and reuse the same building, then there will be some maintenance and also repair or renovations costs. But then if the building is totally destroyed, then you go straight to the A, where you start with design again. Okay, if not, you can continue with the mission. Okay, this slide is not arranged properly. If you look at the top, there's a safety development, there's a building construction process, and then there is some kind of activities and actions. So it's been divided into design, construction, commissioning, accidental coverage, improvement, and renovations. Okay. Construction stage also involves some typical work item associated with the various building elements, such as site work, foundation. So first you need to clear the site. This is the site work. And then you make a demarcation, the area that you need to clear the topsoil and everything. Okay, you have to make sure that you clear out the topsoil so that you are going for a harder soil. Okay, only within the boundary of the construction. And then you start to do some excavation, standard foundation and so on, because you need to build the foundation strong before you start building the construction, basement construction, superstructure and exterior closure. So these are the stages just now that I show you, from the land into the foundation or the piling process, building the foundation, and then you have the ground beam, and then you have the column, and then you have the upper beam and roof beam or whatever, and then you have the trusses of the roof. Okay. Construction stages also involve such as roofing, interior construction, staircases, interior finishes, conveying system, plumbing, HVAC, hot heating and ventilation air conditioning system, HVAC, fire protections, electrical equipments, furnishing, special constructions. Okay. Also have a lot of scheduling like this, similar to your FYP. So you need to know where and which one to do first. So layout, and then site work, excavate, do the foundations, building the structure, the roof, the column, and trusses, and then roof, and then the wall, and then exterior door and windows, interior partitions. Once you complete the external, then you can focus the one that internal. Finishes, plumbing, hot HVAC, heating and ventilation, air conditioning, electrical, and also close out. Because if you build the whole thing, there is no supply of electrical and water, that means it's similar for you to stay in a cave. right? So construction stages, this is the whole total area for the construction, proposed building. The one that you wanted to build is the proposed building. But in order to build the proposed building, you have the build material storage on the side. You need to have the lay down area. And then you need to have the temporary gate enter and the temporary power station. You need to have the temporary fence, yeah, limited on-site employee parking, delivery unit where they enter and where they exit, okay, site office, all right. These are the requirements of the site. Why manage safety? Three main reasons. Humanitarian, similar to the one that I have in the OSH MS, suffer from long-term health problems, many workers killed, and then financial cost is second because it will measure in terms of cost, but some hidden cost, we call it, is also very high sometimes. Looking at the theory of an iceberg. Legal requirements, because it is all being tied and also controlled by the legal requirements. Okay, so that is the reason why manage safety, health, and also the welfare. Occupational accident by sector, you can see manufacturing, construction is at this level, but agriculture and forestry is quite big, huge. All right. This is the iceberg theory you learn in the OSH management as well. Insured cost and uninsured cost. The uninsured cost under the iceberg, you can see, is a bigger cost, hidden cost that you can't expect it. All right. Unexpected because this cost can go on and on as long as you live. Okay. Overtime, temporary labor, investigation, superior clerical work, fines, losses of expertise, and so on. So this is 8 to 36 times more than the insured cost. Okay. At last, finito. So you can see that the lecture on the construction safety, because it's a complex industry, it involves the whole, few other subjects together. All right. It involved the, the human factors. It involved the economics. It involved the OSH MS. It involved in the legislation. Okay. And also OSH management system. So any other questions that you would like to ask? Heavy on Friday afternoon. So we try to make sure that there will be a lot more discussions and also group work or quiz to make sure that you know and you understood the subject better. All right. So any other work, any other words that you want to share, Sir Nazlimin?
Prof, can I have another 10 minutes to share some of their career path to them?
Okay.
To give them some overview what they are going to be after they finish the study at university
Would you like to hear that, students?
Yes.
Yes, please. Whether you want or not, you have to listen.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, so
Okay.
saya tak nak ambil masa lama. Saya just nak give some sharing sajalah. Ke mana hala tuju korang lepas daripada korang habis daripada universiti lah, Bachelor of Occupational Safety and Health lah. So apa yang korang boleh masuk, industri apa yang boleh masuk dan apa position yang korang boleh apply for lah. Alright, so basically dekat industri sekarang ni, UMP punya student adalah dapat positive feedback lah daripada industri. So ramai member-member saya kat luar sana tanya kalau nak ada intern ke, nak ada what we call site safety supervisor ke, dia akan tanya saya, you ada student tak daripada UMP untuk kita masuk? Sebab UMP student ni dia able to do their high rate, able to do JSA apa semua untuk diri sendirilah tanpa guidance yang lebih daripada safety officer dan safety manager lah. So saya harap batch ni akan kekalkan momentum dan bila pergi industri nanti provide what we call good attitude and good behaviour lah. Kita tak nak sebab satu orang UMP dapat nama yang tak baik lah. So saya pun dah lama tak dengar lecture Prof Fazil tu. Sampai sekarang saya pun masih terngiang-ngiang. Lebih kurang 7-8 tahun dah saya tak dengar. Dulu saya masa first year je saya dengar dia punya lecture first time. Untuk fire prevention lah. 3 jam juga straight. Tapi dia macam tu lah, keep maintain. Dia boleh maintain lagi. Bagi lecture apa semua non-stop lah. Semua dah ada dalam kepala. Sebelum ni dia tak buka nota pun, dia dah bagi overview untuk first OSH fundamental dah saya tengok dah designer apa semua dah ada kat situ lah. So dia patutnya tak payah tengok nota, dia dah beli brief macam tu je lah. Okay, so lepas daripada korang habis daripada degree ni, dia ada banyak cabang yang korang boleh masuk. So kita fokus untuk OSH practitioner dululah. Alright, so untuk OSH practitioner ni korang akan keluar, korang tak ada yellow book lagi. So we call it dalam safety, kita ada yellow book. Korang tahu apa tu yellow book tak? Pernah dengar? Green book pernah dengar? Okay, beza apa yellow book dengan green book ni? Yellow book adalah untuk construction activity. Okay, lepas kamu keluar daripada universiti ni, kamu tak valid lagi untuk apply what we call untuk yellow book lah. Macam mana nak apply untuk yellow book ni? 6 bulan pengalaman dalam construction industry, barulah kamu boleh apply for green book lah. Dalam masa 6 bulan tu, apa yang kamu nak buat? Kerja. Kamu boleh kerja sebagai site safety supervisor tapi tak competent lah. Kita panggil kalau competent tu ada yellow book, baru competent site safety supervisor lah. Alright. So sepanjang tempoh 6 bulan jadi site safety incompetent site safety supervisor ataupun dia akan panggil site coordinator ke, safety assistant ke, safety promoter ke, macam-macam nama. Tapi yang what we call yang industri tahu, kita ada yellow book dengan green book competent untuk safety lah. Okay. So 6 bulan kerja dalam bidang construction, korang akan dapat apply untuk yellow book lah. Dan macam mana nak dapat green book? 3 tahun pengalaman dalam industri, dalam safety, korang valid untuk apply green book lah. Okay, so korang boleh pergi ke construction industry. Sekarang ni construction industry memang tengah what we call kalau big construction activity sekarang adalah PCRL lah sekarang. Dan akan datang kita akan ada HSR, high speed rail. Kita ada lagi another big project lah, tunneling apa semua lah. Okay, so selain daripada construction industry, korang juga boleh masuk ke petrochemical industry. Tapi kalau korang masuk ke industri-industri yang lain, korang tak akan dapat apply untuk yellow book lah. Okay, so yellow book hanya untuk construction construction industry lah. Okay, so kalau untuk industri lain, korang tunggu 3 tahun pengalaman dan korang apply for the green book lah. Okay, so sekarang ni mungkin korang akan tertanya-tanya, selepas daripada keluar daripada grad daripada ni, korang akan banyak kompetitor. Okay, so korang kata korang ada cert NIOSH lagi dan kita ada study degree, kita ambil masa 4 tahun untuk complete kan. Kenapa? Kalau yang cert NIOSH tu 22 hari sudah complete dan dia boleh apply yellow book kan. So mesti ada juga korang terfikir-fikir soalan yang sama macam ni lah. Alright, so just for your info lah. So orang yang study NIOS 22 hari ni takkan sama dengan student UMP yang study untuk 4 tahun. Bayangkan dia orang nak belajar JSA, high rate apa semua tu dia compress dalam masa 22 hari. So that's why some industry safety masuk, tapi bila kita suruh buat high rate, kita suruh buat JSA, kita suruh review method statement, kita suruh create what we call emergency training, emergency response training, kita suruh buat apa-apa dia tak boleh buat. So that's the difference lah between OSH punya certificate dengan UMP student. Sebab UMP student dia belajar untuk 4 tahun, then dia go into details lah. Alright. So jangan risau. So sebelum mungkin minggu depan kita akan jumpa, tengok macam mana dengan Prof. Alright. So nasihat saya memang sekarang ni COVID-19 kita memang susah, bukan kita saja susah, orang dekat luar sana pun susah. So saya ucapkan terima kasih untuk komitmen. Saya tengok ada yang duduk kat kampung, macam duduk kat kampung, ada yang duduk what we call dalam kereta. Saya kadang-kadang meeting pun saya duduk dalam kereta, terpaksa join untuk meeting. So maknanya kita walaupun kita susah macam mana pun, tapi untuk dapatkan info macam tu, kita kena what we call, kita kena kejar untuk benda tu lah. So sama juga dalam industri, macam mana orang pilih pekerja. Kalau you all masuk ke tempat kerja nanti sebagai intern ke apa semua lepas ni, jangan kita duduk masuk intern dan kita duduk senyap saja. Kita tak ada cari kerja, tak ada tanya nak buat apa. Kita just duduk dekat meja dan kita just duduk diam saja. So macam tu orang akan observe kita. So sepatutnya kita kena jadi more proaktif lah. So let's say kalau macam kita duduk dekat tempat kerja, sebagai intern kita cari apa mana yang saya nak start belajar dulu, baca prosedur ke apa semua ke. So kita janganlah jadi pasif dan kita akan jadi proaktif lah. So apa-apa benda dalam dunia ni kita kena kejar lah untuk kita dapatkan sesuatu. Kalau kita just duduk diam, benda tu takkan datang dengan sendiri lah. Okay, so saya dah lebih kurang 8 tahun lah dalam industri safety ni. Saya masuk dalam bidang petrochemical, second saya masuk dalam construction, dan third saya masuk dalam what we call transportation, dan sekarang ni saya masuk ke construction balik lah. So maknanya bidang safety ni sangat luas, cuma kamu perlu completekan kamu punya degree dulu dalam on time dan what we call dengan baik lah. Jangan risau, yang mana pointer rendah-rendah dulu pun, saya pun tak tinggi sangat, tapi saya lepas 3 lah. Okay, so jangan risau, pointer tu memang salah satu what we call satu tanda dekat luar sana. Tapi mana yang pointer rendah tu, ramai je member-member saya sekarang yang pointer bawah what we call 2 poin lebih something, dan sekarang dah jadi safety manager, dah jadi lead safety apa semua lah. Dan jangan ingat perempuan-perempuan semua ni, jangan ingat korang perempuan tak ada opportunity dalam bidang construction lah. So dalam projek sekarang ni kita ada 8 orang SHO, dan salah satu seorang SHO tu adalah SHO perempuan lah. Tak adalah dia ganas sangat, dia pun ayu juga, tapi dia boleh buat kerja lah. So jangan risau, opportunity dekat site, dekat luar sana tu perempuan pun banyak opportunity. Kalau kita tengok senior you sendiri, sekarang ni ada jadi SHO dekat buat mahkamah dekat Kuantan sana. Itu you punya senior SHO perempuan lah yang buat. Dan selain daripada tu, kalau you tak nak involve dalam safety, perempuan you boleh jadi environmental officer lah. Macam saya sekarang ni, wife saya sendiri bekerja dekat tempat sama dengan saya, tapi dia sebagai environmental officer lah. Nanti mungkin lepas ni untuk jadikan lebih menarik, untuk kelas time transport management, what we call traffic management, kita ada satu topik untuk traffic management. Saya akan panggil dia TMO, dia panggil kawan saya TMO, dia akan panggil sebagai traffic management officer. Saya akan suruh dia share knowledge, some experience on akta apa semua. Maybe untuk environmental officer, saya akan ajak wife saya ajar sekali nanti. Dan mungkin untuk site safety supervisor untuk korang, dan saya akan panggilkan site safety supervisor untuk share dia punya experience and knowledge lah. Just for your info lah, sekarang ni pun saya duduk bilik site safety supervisor ni sebab rumah saya tak ada internet. So saya datang dia punya site office lah untuk saya bagi join you on dan share some knowledge lah. Hopefully lepas ni kita akan banyak lagi share some knowledge sama-sama lah. Okay, so itu saja daripada saya. Mungkin back to Prof. Fazil lah.
So, saya ada soalan.
Okay.
Biasanya kalau untuk apply intern dekat construction, untuk intern dekat construction site, ada certain kriteria ke? Atau mungkin diorang lebih utamakan lelaki ke untuk intern kat construction site berbanding perempuan?
Kalau kalau tanya saya, untuk intern tu dia tak ada kriteria lah. So cuma dalam profile resume you tu jangan buat muka menyekik sudah. And so untuk intern kita tak ada nak pilih apa-apa. Cuma untuk intern ni kita ambil, kita akan ajar dia semua lah. Macam saya yang lepas kita ambil 2 orang pun perempuan juga. So jangan cakap lelaki sahaja yang perlu dekat construction, sebab lelaki yang perempuan ni dia complement each other lah. Sebab lelaki boleh do mungkin lelaki boleh do what we call side activities, tapi perempuan boleh, kalau suruh lelaki buat documentation memang hancur lah. Saya sendiri pun kalau tak ada yang untuk documentation, saya memang hancur lah kan. That's why kita perlukan juga perempuan. Dan dalam masa yang sama kita juga akan bawa macam intern perempuan, kita akan ajar dia side-side activities lah. Tapi biasanya kalau perempuan dia orang lebih suka untuk duduk dekat office and do documentation, tapi dia akan pergi ke site on then off lah. Okay, so nanti saya boleh ajak you punya senior mungkin next week yang kerja dengan saya sekarang sebagai HSE assistant, dua-dua perempuan. Dan saya suruh dia bagi knowledge macam mana dia rasa bila dia duduk kat site. So bagi korang what we call gambaran macam mana kerja dekat site tu. So dia maknanya experience belajar dia tak samalah dengan experience kerja. Yang penting korang kena kuat lah. Janganlah rasa macam susah sikit moral down, susah sikit mental koyak. Itu balik awal lah. Okay, ada soalan lain ke?
Saya nak tanya, kan Encik cakap Encik pergi daripada daripada bidang yang berbeza, daripada petrochemical pergi ke construction. Benda tu macam agak sukar tak untuk adapt daripada satu tempat ke tempat yang berbeza, dari satu bidang ke bidang yang lain tu? Adakah safety kat situ kan dia mesti akan berbeza kan? So adakah benda tu sukar ataupun tak, ataupun sebenarnya semua orang boleh je buat, cuma mungkin ambil masa ke? Sebenarnya adaptation pada benda tu. Okay,
so tu soalan yang kira bagus lah. Macam mana saya dulu daripada transportation dan saya masuk construction, mana daripada petrochemical saya masuk transportation kan. So basic safety ni kalau you kira, kalau you tengok dia sama je konsep safety, cuma knowledge tu sahaja berbeza. So kalau apa yang you implement safety dalam OSHA Act, safety committee, SHO responsibility, report, apa semua, the basic concept sama, cuma knowledge saja yang berbeza. Knowledge tu what we call kita boleh belajar lah. So maknanya kita konsep safety tu kita dah ada extra knowledge. For example dalam construction kita more tu bawek lah. Bawek tahu tak apa bawek? So nanti kita akan tengahkan balik lah yang mana tak kena bawek tu, nanti kita sekek kepala ke apa lah kan. So okay, so maknanya konsep safety yang kita bawa daripada industri tu adalah sama, cuma knowledge yang extra tu sajalah berbeza. So yang penting kita nak belajar. Yang tak berjayanya kita nak berubah tapi kita tak ada effort untuk berubah. So maknanya kita just passive sahaja. Satu lagi kita kena yakin dirilah, jangan terlalu yakin, kena ada sikit waspada tapi kena yakin. Macam saya dulu daripada Triple S, saya kerja selama 5 tahun sebagai Triple S dan saya rasa boleh layak tak aku jadi safety officer, layak tak aku jadi safety officer. So walaupun saya dah boleh apply untuk safety officer. Sebab apa? Sebab saya rasa layak tak aku nak bagi instruction dekat site safety supervisor semua. Layak tak aku? Boleh tak aku nak deal dengan dia orang kan? So that's why masa dekat kelas dulu saya salah satu yang agak confident lah. Dan ada salah satu member saya ni yang macam jenis slow sikit, yang macam jenis tak agresif sangat lah. Tapi dia dah dapat green book. Dan satu hari saya pergi jumpa dia, saya minum dekat dia. Dia kata, kenapa kau tak apply Green Book? Sedangkan kau dah buat kerja sama dengan site safety supervisor. Saya kata, biar dulu aku rasa macam tak layak. Lepas tu dia pun cakap, sekarang aku dah jadi safety manager dekat Pengerang. Gaji aku dah 15,000. Kau baru berapa, dia cakap. So dia pun cakap, masa tu saya gaji saya 4,000 masa tu. So saya cakap, beza banyak gila aku dengan dia. Padahal aku belajar benda yang sama. Tengok, kita boleh bayangkan sekarang ni, yang classmate kita yang mana pendiam sikit, jangan ingat dia tak akan berjaya lah. So maknanya, dia personality kita dekat industri tu akan menentukan siapa kita dekat luar sana. Kan, ada sejenis orang yang agresif, tapi kerja dia macam buat sambil lewa apa semua. Kita punya what we call attitude kita yang akan menentukan kita dekat industri nanti lah. So lepas daripada saya jumpa dia tu, saya rasa termotivate. Saya fikir juga, dia ni kat kelas dulu bukannya agresif macam tu, sekarang dah ada Green Book. Kenapa aku tak boleh buat? Sebab aku benda yang sama. Dan lepas tu saya apply Green Book lah. So itulah. Okay. So dah nak pukul 6 ni. So ada apa-apa lagi nak tanya ke? Kalau boleh last question. Kalau tak ada, kita Prof boleh bersurai lah. Ada last question ke apa ke? Okay, tak ada Prof?
Dah cukup ke? Semangat tak? Semangat lah, semangat.
Semangat, Prof.
Cuma janganlah pula bila Sir Nazimin kata dulu senyap, dia dah berjaya. Janganlah you pilih yang senyap pula dalam kelas. Attitude ni nak tukar, dia ambil masa. Tahu, dia tak boleh, orang kata bukan sehari, satu malam, sebulan dia dah tukar attitude. Boleh jadi daripada introvert kepada extrovert. Dia kadang-kadang berpada-pada, extrovert sangat, tunjuk terlalu confident sangat pun, nanti orang tak nak ajar. Kalau you kata, kalau you tunjuk introvert, senyap, tak mau nak cakap dengan orang, tak reti nak buat joke, tak fleksibel, orang kata pilih-pilih, itu susah juga sebab menjadikan you adalah orang-orang yang mungkin opportunity itu tak datang. Tetapi walau macam mana pun, pengalaman yang apa yang kita lalu ni adalah paling utama ialah percaya rezeki itu Allah dah bagi dah. Okay? Rezeki itu dah memang dah ada pada you all. Cuma bagaimana you all nak stabilkan mental health and also your physical health. Termasuklah dunia dan akhirat. Dunia ni, you are constructing the bridge to go to akhirat. Kalau bridge tu tak kuat, takut jatuh. Tapi kalau bridge tu you buat kuat, stabil, then you can be safely move from one area to another area, from dunia to akhirat in a successful environment. Okay. So dalam tu jangan ambil yang negatif. Yang ada negatif, yang mana saya cakap ke, yang siapa-siapa cakap ke negatif, take it and make it into positive. Alright? Yeah, all the best. Thank you very much, Sir Nazimin, for the encouraging words and also sharing of experience. So hopefully we meet up again next week. But please, kalau ada changes, let us know. Okay.
Anything please info into the WhatsApp group lah.
Okay, dalam WhatsApp group tu ada kan? Okay. So with that, thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Cik Nazimin. Thank you, Prof. Thank you, Prof.
Welcome. Thank you. Bye.